Well, welcome to Aleppo. As you can see, I have a new haircut. So I just had a $1 haircut back here in the market in Aleppo. There's a whole separate video on that you're gonna wanna check out. But we're at the very loud and busy market here in Aleppo, walking through, and been in the city a couple hours, just getting situated, making sure we could get this haircut. But so far, so good. So let's show you a little of this crazy, crazy market. I hope you can even hear me. Salam. Oh, sure.
Welcome, welcome.
Ah, thank you, thank you, thank you. Nice to meet you. Very nice people. And good. Ah, hello. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Very nice people here. We're a bit further away from the crazy noise back there. All the people selling fruits and vegetables yelling in their loudspeakers, but we've got like a clothes section here. It's kind of like used clothes, just donated or you know, from other people. But yeah, you can come and kind of pick through it, pick what you want. We can see shoes, new ones for sale. So as I'm continuing through this market down on some side streets, one thing you'll see them sell a lot of is this soap. So it's, you see it here too.
Welcome.
Thank you, thank you. It's an olive oil based soap that is very, very well known to Aleppo. And we've seen so many shops just coming along here selling it. But a lot of different stores selling cleaning products and soap, and even some places selling food as I'm walking through here. And we're coming up to a big clock tower, another kind of monument here. It's very beautiful, very old looking, and I'm amazed it's, fortunately, it survived the war. You can see it better now, just beautiful. So many people are greeting me. It's like everywhere. As soon as they know you're not from here, they will be like, salam, salam. They're just very, very nice. Something I have noticed here in Syria, like neighboring Iraq as well. People are just incredibly kind, willing to go out of their way, give you free stuff, anything, like greet you. It's really special and really welcoming, and it makes you, one of the things I love a lot about this country is just the people. They're really amazing people. So we've now come to this beautiful viewpoint over the city of Aleppo, and so there are a bunch of tables and chairs running down here in little coffee houses. You can get a coffee over here across the street, come over here, sit down at one of these tables and enjoy this incredible view of the city of Aleppo here.
فخري ومجادي بالله يا الأخوة تتهدوا اجراح معادن عدوا حلب التاريخ بوصيكم بالشغبة حجرة لا تهدوا شغبة.
Well, good morning from Aleppo. So I am here in front of the Citadel right behind me here. So this is a very ancient castle that is at the center of the city. And I'm probably the first tourist, definitely the first American tourist to enter the Citadel in over a year. If you remember the earthquake in Turkey and Syria, destroyed a lot of Aleppo again after much of it had been destroyed from the war. And this castle was out of commission for roughly a year, and they've done some reconstruction to make it safe again. And so now I'm able to go inside and show you what is in here. But it is basically a massive structure. So if you look, you can see the castle here, the city below, and you see there's some nice cafes. These are all new or reconstructed. And then you just see the absolute destruction from the war over here. Completely destroyed buildings. And so many of these buildings, well, essentially this was the front line. So the Syrian army was positioned in this castle, and they were sieged by the rebels that would have been around them. So the rebels would have been in these positions. And the reason these buildings are so destroyed is because the castle, well, so the castle's less destroyed because the rebels didn't have the advanced weaponry of the Syrian government, and so they couldn't do much to destroy this castle. But the Syrian government had airstrike capabilities. They had bigger weapons at the castle as well to fire down on the people out here fighting back against them. And so that's why you see so much more destruction looking this direction than looking this direction at the castle behind me. So let's go inside and check it out. This is the moat down here. So this would have been filled with water. And what we're actually walking on, this bridge, this stone bridge, is was a drawbridge. Later it was turned into an actual bridge. But I mean, imagine trying to attack this castle. You've got this water here, and you've got to go all the way up here to get there. It ain't happening. You're not getting in. So very, very well fortified. Even in modern warfare, they weren't able to do much. So we're at the top of the castle now, and it's a lot of ruins. You can see old buildings destroyed throughout time, and what would have been up here would have been like a city, basically, for people to live. If they were being sieged, they could come in here, and they've got mosque, they've got hammam, they've got different places they can use to have sort of a normal life up here. So it's a really like big area that's surrounded, but you can see it's mostly destroyed. It's kind of just all ruins and, you know, different levels of the ground. The ground has gotten higher, so a lot of the stuff's like half buried. But we're coming up on an interesting view here. Gonna get to see the Aleppo from the top of the castle here. So now we've got a bit of a view of the city, and you can see some of these really destroyed buildings down here. So right down here is where a bomb would have gone off under the building, and it looks like the whole thing just collapsed into a hole. So the rebels were digging tunnels to get under some of these buildings that might have been used by the Syrian army, and then exploding dynamite in the tunnel under the building, which causing it to collapse because they didn't have the ability to like airstrike from the top. So Really. It's you know, a little less destroyed here to the left, but kind of like right in front of the castle. Really bad. Also as well over here. It just kind of depends where the battles were fought, where that destruction is. And then a lot of it's getting rebuilt. And so that's one positive, is they're definitely trying. I think there's an enormous amount that needs to be rebuilt, but some of the main places, they're at least working on it and moving forward, which is a really positive thing to see. You can even see some shell casings here at the top of the Citadel. So they haven't got rid of all these, still remnants of the war. Right up here. This place is just reopened, as I said earlier, a couple of days ago. But yeah, pretty wild to see stuff like that up here. I'm in the Souk now. Behind me, they're doing some construction to restore it. So this was badly destroyed during the war. I think at one point it was the longest Souk in the world, something like 17 kilometers. And so you can see some of these are destroyed, but they have stones in there. They're rebuilding them. And then if you look this way, you can see just the destruction of the Souk. And so these would be individual shops, and it looks like they even got stones and construction materials stacked in there. Start rebuilding, but I mean, you can see this is like, you know, this was the Souk, but now it's just rubble and little weeds and grasses and things like that growing on top of it. Yeah, you can see behind me. And then coming in here to the covered part of the Souk again. So these would have been small shops. Looks like there's one over here. Let's check it out. So this is what would have been here. This one's perhaps reconstructed, selling different clothes. But yeah, the rest empty, blown out. And we have come to Aleppo's most famous falafel spot. This one, it's been in business for some time, right?
Here.
And we're gonna try some. We're gonna try some falafel. So you can see they've got all the ingredients here. Look at the pomegranate seeds, the mints. Hello, my friend. How are you? Look at what he's making. Oh, amazing. For me. One for me.
Yes.
This?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. He just gave this to me.
Wow.
Wow, I did not know he was making this for me. This falafel sandwich is so massive. So they put like falafel, tahini, pomegranate, tomato, mint, everything in here. It's so massive. I've like eaten a big chunk of it already, and I'm like not even halfway. And so This thing is 10,000, which is about 66 cents, or a third of a dollar, or 2/3 of a dollar, really. And delicious. So if you're in Aleppo, you need to come to this place. Absolutely the best. It's an institution. You can see so many people here. It kind of comes and ebbs and flows. Earlier it was like packed. Now it's a little bit less, but they're coming back. But yeah, this place serving up the best. Love it.